my next guest is here. It's Louis Falanga. Hello, Louis.
Rita, how you doing?
You're an old hand here.
Yes.
Louis is a magician here in Tahoe. That you've been on On Tahoe a number of times here.
A
And
few times, yes.
yeah. How long have you been doing magic?
For 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
So you started as a little kid.
Yes, exactly.
One of those little kids that, like my children, that always wanted to go into these magic shops.
You get a fascination with it,
Yeah.
and then you just kind of proceed with it. And when it was about 1964, I went to the New York World's Fair, and at the pavilion called the White Owl Cigars, they had a magician in there, and I went in as a 9-year-old child, and boy, I was just enhanced when he sawed that woman in half, and he had him floating on the stage, and I pursued it ever since then, and read a lot of books on the subject, and started picking up little tricks from magic shops, as you just mentioned, and you go from there and you develop.
How long does it really take to
Well, if you went into your local magic shop, you could probably buy a couple of tricks to come home and fool the kids with, and you could learn those in a couple of hours. If you want to get into serious sleight of hand, real things with playing cards and coins, it takes a little more practice. In fact, it takes years and years of practice to develop a good style.
You've written a book about magic.
Yes, it's called Lake Tahoe Card Magic, and it's already in its 2nd edition. It did quite well, and that's what kind of prompted us. So we started a little publishing company after Lake Tahoe Card Magic called L&L Publishing. And now we've booked a bunch of major...
L&L, what is L&L?
It's Larry and Lewis, my partner Larry Jennings, who's from Hollywood, California, a very good sleight of hand man. In fact, he was a great influence on the magic I do today. He had really taught me the way, if you want to put it in good words. It's very good. But we started this little business up, and right now we've developed into about the #2 publishing company in magic, too. We sell worldwide, which is quite interesting.
So, anyone that wants to get their book published, or do you just deal in specialties?
Basically, we just deal in specialties. Just quality magical literature is our motto, and basically we just publish books on sleight of hand. And
How long would it take for an amateur to get semi-professional?
well, if you really studied hard, within a year or two, you could start being able to do shows, I would say, if you really put your heart into it. And really,
A year or two?
It's like, music. Once you pick up the basics, and you'll start to understand a little bit better. So,
Do you have any famous magicians that have been an inspiration to you in any way?
well, my friend Larry Jennings in the circle is quite a famous magician, and he has really been an influence on me. And his mentor was Di Vernon, who was one of the world-famous magicians. And down the line, yes.
What about Houdini?
Well, Houdini, he was a great showman, great magician, obviously. He really knew how to get the
He
press
really
and get the
did some
publicity.
amazing
Yes, we still talk about him in 1988, and that's a good sign that he did a good job of promoting himself.
So you do local engagements also?
Yes, I do. I perform usually at Wolfdale's restaurants on Sunday nights, and
That's in Tahoe City?
in Tahoe City, yeah, right across the street from the big motel. And it's quite an interesting affair on Sunday nights. We get some interesting clientele come into the restaurants. Most people don't know what to expect. They see a gentleman come up in a tuxedo and kind of think I'm the maitre d' half the time. And we get introduced, and it goes over quite well. The clients really seem to like it, and Wolfdale has a great atmosphere and a great cuisine in there. I know you and your husband Dick have been there quite a few times, and it's a nice place to visit, that's for sure.
So, but private engagements you work?
Yeah, I work weddings,
how do
private
people
parties.
contact you? Do they?
I usually
You're listed in the phone book.
Yes, and I give out business cards to Wolfdale's and other various things like that. So.
Well, you're going to do some magic for us?
Sure, I'd love to. I'd like to show you a little thing I it uses the 10 of spades and the Jack of diamonds, Rita. And you notice these are from the Magic Castle down in Los Angeles.
Oh, yes, I was there. That was
Isn't that quite a nice place?
Such a fun place.
Yeah, I like that place myself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold them in a peculiar fashion, and I'm going to show you what it looks like now to have a playing card go through the 3rd dimension. Watch, I'll turn them inside out the easy way, and right side out again. Now this is what it looks like when a playing card goes through the 3rd dimension. Have you ever been in the 3rd dimension before, Frida? I've been there myself, but this is what it looks like. Watch, just a little snap. Watch the cards. You could actually see it reverse itself. If I was to open it and show you, you could see the card does go inside out. Watch. You can actually see the card turn
I'm
itself
right here,
inside
and I
out.
don't see what you're doing. It's amazing.
Well, it's going through the third dimension, the hole, the black hole it's called. Watch. Just a little push. Now you can see half face down and half face up, correct? You know, if I was to stop right here and tear it right in the center, you see that half would remain face down, that half would remain face up. And you know, even I don't understand that part, and I've been doing it for years. I tell you, have you ever seen one of these before? Take a look at that. It's called a sponge ball. Have you ever seen one of those? Oh, it's kind of interesting. I'll tell you what, would you do a favor? Would you hold my wrist here?
Clean my kitchen sink with sponge balls like that.
Okay, that's to make sure nothing goes up my sleeve. You've got the angle, okay?
Okay.
And you can watch it from the front. Watch the ball. Watch my hands. Just a little wave. Watch, a little shake. Now that raises a question. Where does the ball go?
Where did the ball go?
Would you like to know?
Yes.
It went up the sleeve. But not my sleeve. Remember, you should have had a grip on it. But take a look inside your sleeve. Take a look at that. Did you get anything there? Would you mind if I take a look right here in the corner, Frida? Believe it or not, sometimes it does get stuck in the material. And we always find a little red ball there. Do you have any more stuck up there? Do me a favor, Frida. With your finger, just take it and saw it right down the center. No, directly in the middle. There you go, right down the middle. Just give it a little sawing action. Okay, lift up. Let's see how you did. Well, that's not too bad. Now that we have two. Would you point to either one of the two? This one, okay. Would you do me a favor, Frida? Would you squeeze this ball tight? Real tight. Now, what I'm about to do is something a little different. I'll sit back a little bit for this. Watch the red ball, watch my hand. I'll place it in my hand, give it a little wave. Watch, just a little shake. Completely disappears. Are you still holding one ball?
Right.
Let's open your hand. Let's see how you did. Little trick with two red balls. I tell you what, I'll do something with a pack of playing cards this time. Let me give them a little quick shuffle here. And Frida, would you be as kind as to select any card from the deck? Okay, show it so everybody gets a look at it, but don't let me see it. I'll see if I can pick it up on the monitor here. Okay, you got it in the camera. Okay, just say the word stop.
Stop.
Okay, place it right in the pack. That's good. Now, it's important that you remember this card because if you forget it and we come to the end, there's no trick. Let me give him a couple of cuts. And, you know, I usually do this with a blindfold on stage and stuff, but tonight will be a little different. I'll actually find your card without looking. I'll just go right here under the table. That looks good. I eliminated it now to 3 playing cards. Yeah, I think, yeah, let's just do it with 2 playing cards instead. We'll do it with 3. Here, one of these cards happens to be your card. Would it be the Jack of Diamonds? Was that it?
Yes.
That's not too impressive because, see, the Jack of Diamonds was here, but what would happen if I turned over the top card? See, that's also a Jack of Diamonds. And it doesn't matter if we looked at the one right here in the center, Frida. You see, that's also a Jack of Diamonds. So I think you've got this figured out by now.
The whole deck is
3 cards exactly alike. Yeah, you see, look, they're alike on this side, as they are on that side, as they are on this side, because now the cards have no faces printed on them. You see, they're backed on both sides. Even if you look at them closely, if you look at them real close, you see there's no faces printed on them at all. Even the one right here in the center has a back on both sides. So if you look at them one at a time, you see the backs, and more backs. No, I was just kidding though, because remember when I started, they did have faces. If I push the little button in the center just like this, give it a little shake, you see I get the 2 of hearts, the 10 of hearts. And by the way, what was the card you selected? The Jack of Diamonds?
Yes.
No, see, we never used the Jack of Diamonds in this trick. It's my little illusion. You know, people often ask me, they say, Louis, could you find different cards in the pack? Let me give you a quick demonstration of this. Let's say if I was to look down into the pack, and we go up a little later, up to the Biltmore or something, and we wanted to find a particular card in the deck, I could give the cards a little cut like this. Now this is quite advantage in the blackjack to be able to cut to one of those. That's a pretty good card. If I look for card number 2, the ace number 2, I look right down about the center there. So that's not bad. We could get ace number 2, the ace of clubs. The next ace read, I'll give the cards a quick shuffle. And if you please, just say the word stop.
Stop.
Right there. I'm not going to go any further. You did pretty good that time, Frida. That's ace number 3. I'll tell you what, the last ace will make a dramatic entrance. This is about as dramatic as I get. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's about as good as I get for that. Now that we have 4 aces, I'll show you a little thing with the 4 aces. I'm also going to use a couple of coins with this. Make this interesting. Use 4 quarters. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. Now, you're the closest, Rita. I want you to keep an eye on each one of the quarters. Notice I made an imaginary square here, and I have the 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. Now, I'm going to cover each coin one at a time, starting with the quarter up here. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4. Now, I want you to note these 2 coins here and this coin here for a moment. Now, watch. This coin and this coin. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go. That's all it takes. That's 1 coin across. I'll do it again a little bit slower. Watch this one over here. This one over here. And of course the 2 over here. That's 2 and 1. 1, 2, 3, go. Just like magic. Now the last one is the most difficult one to go. This one here. Watch. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, wonderful.
The coins go across. You know, people often accuse me. They say, Louis, well, that's kind of, you know, you had the cards to cover it. Could you do it with your bare hands? Now watch carefully. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 coins. We see just 4, correct? Watch the 4 coins. All I do is place 4 here, nothing here. Wiggle my thumb like this. That's all it takes. And 1 coin jumps across. I'll do it again a little bit slower. This coin has now traveled from this hand over to this hand, leaving us with just 3. Watch. Just a little wiggle. That's all it takes. And that's 2 and 2. So far, again, 2 coins have now traveled across, these 2 here. 2 coins go here, excuse me, in my left hand, and 2 coins over here in my right hand. Now watch, it goes up the sleeve, around the shoulder, and back down. Did you see it go that time? That's 3 and 1. One more time, the last coin, well, I already made these 3 go across. The last coin is the most difficult one. Do you know why, Frida?
Why?
Everybody watches it the closest. Watch the last coin go from my right hand over to my left hand invisibly. Wait a minute. It hasn't gone yet, okay? Watch. That's all it takes, and the coin jumps across. That's a little trick with 4 coins. You know, sometimes it gets confusing when I use 4 coins, so I like to eliminate them. I'll eliminate 1 coin right here and just work with 3. Okay, I'll place 2 coins here in my hand. I'll place the 3rd coin with the other one in my pocket. And an interesting thing happens when I wiggle my thumb. You see I get 1, 2, 3 coins. I'll do it again a little bit slower. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3 coins. 2 of them go over here in my left hand. 1 goes over here in my pocket. If I wiggle my thumb again, you see I get 1, 2, 3 coins. It's kind of like deja vu, right? All right, for the last time, I know you've seen this. I'll do it for the last time. 2 coins go in my hand. 1 coin goes right here in my pocket. Wait a minute, I put 2, 1. Were you paying attention that time, Frida? Did you see how many we have
there
there?
are 2 in this hand.
I tell you what, have you ever seen the trick with the Texas penny? Speaking of that,
Wonderful.
Thank you. Speaking of the Texas penny, I have one right, yeah, I think I've got it right about here. Yeah, here it is. You ever seen one of these? Take a look at it. That's a Texas penny.
Why is it a Texas penny?
Well, let me explain to you. For my final trick, I'll take the Texas penny, place it in my hand. Now, all I want you to do is guess, Rita. Could you take a guess? Is it heads or tails?
Heads.
Oh, that was tails. We'll try it again, see if you can get it this time. Heads or tails?
Tails.
No, it was heads that time. That's interesting. I'll tell you what, watch. We'll take the Texas penny. Little sleight of hand with it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. You see where it goes? Sometimes it travels way out here. I'll do it again real slow. You know, I did kind of lie in the beginning. A Texas penny. Do you know what they really look like? They look something like this.
All right.
Thank you, Frida. You know, I always have one problem with these. I have a whole piggy bank of these at home. I can never spend them in the gumball machines. Well, thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you very much. And,
Thank you.